He cares for us not.
Oh, we still have the dinosaurs.
Still have the dance. You don't say. No way. He did what? That's... I don't believe he would do that. No, like, I don't... You're gonna have to show me proof. I have to keep reading it over and over. I need proof. I'll take your word for it. We even eat anymore? Is anyone even there? Is anyone even on Twitter anymore?
I am.
What's Twitter?
What's that Twitter? I think it should be renamed. No. A complete rebrand. I don't know. Not Twitter. Maybe something like Musket. You just shoot your ideas as they come onto the internet.
Magia is going to the ministry.
Yeah, you're probably. I don't want my opinions to be on. Welcome to tonight's session of Ones Upon a Roll Eden campaign. Last we had left off, the group made their way through the alternate dimension plane part of the Emerald Collective Library, fought against some Dragonborn and Drow alike to discover that something important, something secret, something dangerous had been stolen from the archives, following the perpetrator, the thieves that had infiltrated the Empire and its probably pretty secure cache of knowledge. You saw the tail end of the group of drow as they disappeared in a wisp of shadow, and were beginning to close in on the Dragonborn when a large red dragon appeared on the scene, setting fire to various portions of the city itself and generally causing pandemonium chaos. The chaos in which the Dragonborn took advantage of and escaped, as the rest of you tried to drive off and eventually confront this red dragon near the docks of the city. After grounding it by a quick transformation from Dragonborn into Brontosaurus on its back, you did battle with the creature. Many of you badly injured, burned, some of you going down as a result of the dragon's fiery breath. But there came a moment where you had to make a decision to either attempt to keep the creature here, maybe putting yourself, friends, other city in danger, or let it flee. You decided to let it go. Go it did, though it did not follow the rest of the Dragonborn who had taken to the seas on their escape, but further inland towards the rest of the southern provinces. After this event, you guys got a well-deserved night rest. You met up with the Council of Lords and the people following the previous night. They had called an emergency session to go over how they would react, how they would respond to these events. Plans were tossed around, ideas and thoughts shared. And as you left the meeting and continued about your way, later you received word that you had a summons from none other than the Emperor of the Arlesian Empire himself, who wanted the four of you in the capital for an audience. And that's where we left off. So right now you guys are still in Vasselholm. Let's see. I forgot who exactly was there to receive the word. Did all of you receive the news?
Neri
Or
was
it just-
asleep.
Neri was asleep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Alavorn did do the bracelet thing, but it was the picture, and Neri probably wouldn't look. Wait.
Oh yeah, probably after Elevorn had her little panic attack. But anyways, what are you guys doing? So Svankard was the one that brought the news to you.
Can I ask what time of day it is? I forgot.
Well, the meeting happened very early morning, basically before first light even. So, I'd say early afternoon. at this point. By the time you got this news.
I mean, if I remember correctly, we left kind of on a bit of a like a little bit of a cliffhanger about telling us that we needed to meet with
Well, yeah.
him, but
So we're still be right in the middle of that conversation, if that's what you're saying. Svenkert has just given you the word that you are to uh, head to the capital, basically.
let's see.
So he's still there. I think it's Durand and Elevorn. Maybe Era if she's around. I'm not sure if she would be, but the one thing that's for sure is Neri is asleep.
I think I was
You're helping the library.
helping. Yeah.
Right.
So the only
It
thing
would
I
just
feel.
have been Durand and
Mhm.
Elevorn until Durand had uh, shared with the bracelet, or Elevorn did.
Elevorn did.
Yeah.
Don't use bracelets, man.
So we probably should, like, get fancy or something?
I don't know if he'd really care how we look. If anything, we should probably look our part.
I cannot speak for. I've not actually directly conversed with the Emperor myself. However, you are probably not incorrect, Durand, although others of influence might have differing views. The inner circle of His Majesty, I suppose, the other nobility in and around the capital, I wouldn't say go too fancy, but wouldn't hurt to put on a good face, clean up the armor a bit before we head off. Just don't show up with dried blood on your face. Not that you have any, I don't think.
I guess. Yeah. And then as to how we get there, I think it was.
The academy can accommodate that. However, where we will be going is not to the capital itself for what I assume to be security reasons. There's actually no circle within the city. So we will be traveling to one of the nearby cities, and then traveling in from there.
All right. Well, when should we head out?
Well, I have to go back and speak again with Duke Sterling. He will be the only member of the council who will be joining us on this venture as well. So once he is prepared, and once you all are prepared, once we are prepared, we'll all head out. But I would say you have time. I would say probably at some point this evening. there's still things that he has to see over and attend to before he takes his leave of Vasselholm. So inform the others, gather them, and I will be in the crozier. When you're ready, I'm sure we can find each other.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
So, I'll take out my bracelet and be like, does anybody else want to get their hair done? Because I'm gonna go to the place that I went to before. And, here.
Suppose I should.
Duran, do you want to get your hair done?
No, not that. I should probably fix up my armor. I don't know if I've ever done that, but this is probably a good place to do it.
I guess I'll talk into the bracelet. You mean you weren't joking?
No!
Well, I'm doing my best to help out here, but I guess I can't complain. I should get my hair done. After all, kinda did fry up, huh? Where would you like to meet up?
There's a place. Well, I could just come to you. So I'll just start heading towards the library.
Okay.
Emerald Collective.
Alright. So all these voices in your head, Netadion, is Neri waking up or no? Or she having a weird dream.
I mean, probably in a state that she doesn't fully understand if there is somebody speaking through the bracelet.
I would like to try to get her attention. So like, hey, Neri, are you going to get your hair? Are you coming, Neri? Did you hear, Neri? Hello.
So all the while, as Elvorn is coming to meet up with Era, everybody, not just Netadion, just hears Era pestering, prodding, poking into the bracelet. And to the point where you, Netadion, it definitely infiltrates, goes past your subconscious, and you're just whatever you were dreaming of before becomes just Era, just bothering you. You're at that point of sleep where you're aware that you're asleep and could probably wake up if you wanted to.
Yeah, I suppose I'll like wake up, but still be a little bit like, what is going on? Before realizing that it's the bracelet and like, oh, where? What is going on?
We have an important mission.
Another mission? What?
It's quite important, in fact. We'll definitely need your assistance with it. I'm sure you could use the help a little bit.
I could use the help?
Well, I mean, maybe me more than anybody, really, honestly, with my hair. Anyways, would you like to meet up with us?
With your hair? I mean, I guess it would be best to meet up. Where should we meet up? I don't.
Well, Lavorn is on her way to the Emerald Collective. Why don't you meet up with us here too? Will it take you long?
I don't think so. It shouldn't take me too long, I think.
Not too long.
I mean, I'll meet you guys there.
Alright, so Duran goes off to fix up his armor. Are you going to like out in search of some sort of smith, or are you gonna take care of it yourself?
No,
You've taken care of armor before, as far as like cleaning and like buffing it. Just basically the the young kids and like early fledgling training soldiers work back in your village.
yeah, I can just do it myself.
Okay. Netheredion, Elavorn, and Era, you all convene outside of the library when Ella and Neri arrive. And following Elavorn's lead, you guys begin to head through the city towards Carol's Cuts, I believe it was.
Yep.
A place that Elavorn had once gone to get her hair did and styled before. So you guys are on your way there now.
There might even be time for, the bathhouse, but I just figured my hair is a little complicated.
I prefer the term luscious for your hair. After all, it's everywhere all the time, but it's always so pretty. At any rate, we did have something else to talk about. I actually don't think you were awake for it, but we do have some sort of meeting to attend to. And honestly, I don't really know how to feel about it. At first, I thought she was joking, but she wasn't really joking. So we're getting our hair done.
Well, we've been summoned by the Emperor because he wants to meet us, and it's going to be totally fine, I'm sure.
And it's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. I mean, I asked if they were sure they wanted me to come because, I'm me, and But they're sure they want me to come, so I figured if I just did something with my hair, that might be good. I mean, I need to clean my armor too, probably, because that's what they said. We should look our part or something, but clean up a little. Yeah, I think that's what the Rondon Spencard said. I'm a little. Everything's fine. This is good. This is going to be, yeah, right.
Elavorn seems calm and collected.
Of course I'm calm. I'm totally. Everything is fine. This is good.
So, you guys end up arriving at the salon towards the end of Copperfall Alley, leading down into the large sort of commercial marketplace known as the Sink. Now, you guys have any ideas in mind for your hair? Because I don't know hairstyles, so that's up to you guys. Just a cleaning? Anything specific? Just take off the burnt ends? I don't know.
Wait a minute. Why are we actually here? You never told me this. That why we need to, why we need to get our hair done or something.
Well,
Yeah,
you don't have to. The Emperor has summoned us and we have to go to see him. Because seeing him is good, right? It be bad.
What is going on?
I don't know. We have to go meet the Emperor. So I was like, maybe we should, get fancy. And so the Rondons Vanguard were like, no, don't get fancy. Just wear your armor, but get it cleaned up and maybe clean yourself up, you know? No. So I was like, I should go get something done with my hair because it's my hair, and I'm just sort of like, you know, not like pulling my hair, but like, you know, like running my fingers through it, but it's like getting stuck. So, like,
Well, uh, I guess at least get our hair cleaned out. Definitely, I don't have any ideas for any hairstyles though.
So, you guys enter into the salon where you all get your hairs washed, detangled, cleaned up, styled however you wish, all the while conversation going on, rumors, gossip about the events of the previous night. You can already hear how some things have been skewed, exaggerated, or just flat out wrong by the perception of the public people that person who wasn't involved or really saw much of the event, just how the story has just grown and warped via word of mouth, even over such a short time. All the while, you like with your walk down here and the business here, it seems business as normal in Vasselholm. Life continues. So, anyone changing up their hairstyles or what? Anyone dyeing their hair so we have to make new minis?
How would even dyeing hair at this supposed timeline work?
I don't know. Probably like clothing dye. I don't know. Just bleach. Probably harmful chemicals.
No, thank you.
prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation in a
Sorry.
bottle.
What were you saying, Cele?
And bleaching, no, thank you.
I don't know. Let's Google it. Medieval hair dye.
Which?
But yeah, constantly prestidigitationing the hair to different color. I like to
Okay,
have
good.
rainbow hair.
Got lead, wood ash and vinegar, box shavings of wine and honey, pickled leeches. There we go.
Both bleaches.
So there you go. It's possible.
They get the medieval hair. The medieval red hair.
They just cut your scalp. I love how that's the question. Like, how would they even have hair dye in this time? I don't care about the fact that we just fought a dragon, but
Don't worry about that.
hair dye is where I draw the line. It's fair. Fair. Alright. So are you guys getting us to California? You're getting it like cut down to like here?
No. Why would I
No.
do that? That would be
I
dead.
don't know. So, you guys can think about it. I assume we'll just say that the hair is done. Is there anything that you guys want to do before meeting up with Svenkerdid and traveling out of here, beginning your journey to the capital city of Airlashire and your summoned audience with the Emperor?
What is everyone's thought as to why we're being seen? I mean, of course, maybe probably the big dragon, but aside from that, any other reason? Any other guesses?
Let's say this conversation now is happening over lunch. You guys have all met up again after taking care of your tasks. like a late-ish lunch.
I honestly do not have any idea why. I mean, it's just even weird to me that it's specifically us.
Well, I would believe it would have something in relation to what we spoke to everyone else about. Meeting earlier in the morning. Actually,
It
do I
might.
remember that correctly? We were told it had something to do about somebody being responsible for the attack.
They
You said something, I think, about they were discussing about who was going to be responsible. Was it going to be the elves or the dragonborn?
well, they were talking about like what would happen if, you know, um, it was basically this is an attack on the empire from two different foreign powers, and once the emperor and the capital learned about it, how would they respond? How would it impact everything? You know, especially being in the southern provinces in Vasselholm, especially that's the closest point in the empire to Draconia. So whether or not like tensions rise between those two countries.
Yeah, I think that was a topic. Is all.
Yeah. I don't think it was said that that was what you were being summoned for, but yes, that was one of the topics that was
Yeah.
discussed.
Well, I mean, we did the whole brush burn thing without too much. I mean, the Empire helped us, but not like the Emperor himself, as far as I know. I mean, obviously he organizes everything, but maybe that has something to do with it too. You know, that we're we're not quite nobody, and also worthy, and also the slaving ring thing that we sort of might have begun to put an end to. And also the city that I destroyed last night.
Maybe you're right, but I somehow still don't feel like that's the case. We haven't heard anything from, well, not until now. Not really.
Well, we just were fighting a dragon yesterday, like it. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I'm not really complaining, any good, might be a good thing, I guess. Just cautious.
That's like the third dragon I've seen. I mean, it was the worst dragon I've seen, but
Second and a half.
Second and a half.
one wasn't truly a dragon.
it was so too. And I mean, Eric here's the dragon slayer because of that one, right?
Ah, I don't know.
So, you guys finish up your meal. More questions, possibilities, speculations are tossed around about what exactly this meeting could entail. You guys are done? And unless there's anything else, is there? Alright. The hours pass, and you make your way towards the marbled crozier. You meet up with Svenkrid, reconvene with Duke Horacio Sterling, and make your way towards the 4 tall spires of the Phoenix Academy. When you arrive, you are escorted by a number of Academy mages up to the circle rooms, where you are directed to a specific room in a specific chamber within that room, where on the stone ground, the teleportation circle already inscribed permanent and faintly glowing with arcane power. The mages stand back and basically give you the go-ahead. One of them, you can hear, whispers a message, presumably to the destination circle, telling them to expect arrivals. The Duke walks through the circle, followed by Svenkrid.
I'll follow.
Same.
And one at a time, the rest of you follow as well, walking into the circle, momentarily walking through a brief fraction of a second of just white light, and suddenly your vision, blurred, begins to clear again, and you are in a similar but different room. It's slightly warmer in here. The room itself smaller. Not as many different little chambers and alcoves where Vasselholm seemed like a hub where it had many different places connected to many different towers. This one here only has a couple other permanent circles other than the main one which you find yourself standing in now. The mages here, fewer in number than that in Vasselholm, but they acknowledge, greet you, having expected your arrival, and escort you down and out of the tower. You find yourself in a town. The tower itself is not as huge or imposing as the ones in Vasselholm. Still, by far the largest building around. This one seems to be on the outskirts of this small town itself. Kind of like a watch post, almost, in its positioning. But the skies are clear. The smell of the ocean and the sea that comes with most of Vasselholm is replaced instead by just very faint, earthy and floral scents. The town reminds you of a large crest field without the farms. It's very rural. Not many large buildings. Not many buildings that make their way over 2 stories. There's ample space between most buildings you see, and the roads here are dirt and grass. Plenty of places throughout this small town where trees and shrubbery is dotted. But as you guys continue, it seems like there has been a transport, an escort waiting not far away for the Duke. A horse-drawn carriage, as well as an entourage of guards and sell swords to protect his journey. You're informed that from this point you are about a 5 days travel from the capital.
Holy. No place closer?
I am actually kind of surprised that they don't have anything closer, but
The Duke speaks up as his provisions and things are being unloaded into the cart. It's set up like this intentionally. All in all, 5 days is not the longest amount of time, but it is enough to raise alarm, raise a guard in case something has been compromised. We've seen circles be compromised before.
This is true.
yeah, I guess you're not wrong about that. I had a suspicion that that might have been the case, but
I'm sure His Majesty has a circle or two that he keeps for personal use, but nothing outside of his direct control. Nothing, no offense, looking to err under the Academy or the Collective or even the Aegis. All of these entities that work within his borders, but might be subject to their own governance from time to time. It's a cautious man. I personally do not know exactly what the extent of this audience with him will entail, and will no doubt be spending the majority of my travel time contemplating all the possibilities and attempting to prepare myself. Whether or not you wish to travel with me is your choice. You are certainly welcome. There have been prepared more horses, carriages, should you wish.
Are there any pretty big trees nearby?
So you guys had walked a little while. You're not right outside of where the Phoenix Academy Tower is, but like I said, that was also like kind of along the outskirts of the town. So you kind of walked a little ways to get to what seemed to be the main road, this larger dirt path that leads into the town itself, and that's where this caravan of horses and carts and carriages and armed guards was waiting for you all. And looking out where the caravan itself is headed, out into the open road, the grassland and sort of low, sloping, rolling hills, you can see plenty of trees. Yes.
Like pretty big trees, though?
Big enough to do what you want.
Going to go hug one. Just kind of mad dash off.
Alright, so Elavoin goes and runs about 150 yards out to hug a tree.
Okay, I have to say, even though I'm kind of nervous, I'm not, and I'm probably showing it, but I'm nervous about this meeting. But clearly, Elevorn is way more nervous.
Celeborn nervous? I mean, she often talks to trees.
True, but I mean, not usually, right? When we get out of, get to a new city or something. But so I don't know.
She's probably asking at the weather.
Hmm.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm not saying it's not fine. It's just it's clear that she's nervous. So I mean, I'm nervous too. Like I said, I'm not probably showing it, but I'm nervous. Temptations.
It's ominous. Svankard looks to those of you who have not sprinted off. So will you be traveling with us, or will you find your own way? Do you know the way?
Don't think it would hurt to travel with you guys. I've never been around here now.
Very well, I'm sure it's probably for the best anyway. If not wouldn't hurt to have a few more capable hands just in case we run into anything sticky. Though I don't expect anything around on this road, at least. Not this close to the capital. Should be a relatively easy easy few days travel.
I could look forward to a few more days of ease.
Alright, Elevhorn, you make your way back after familiarizing yourself with the tree.
So where even is this place anyway? What's it called?
Are you talking about the town we're on now, or where we are headed?
Well, both. I mean, first where we are now. Yeah.
He looks to the Duke's Vanguard does. This is a bit out of his way as well. He's mainly been in the southern provinces himself. Brushburn mostly. So as you guys are getting ready and the caravan is getting on the move, the Duke answers your question. And this is the town of let me type it out because it's one of my names, you know.
Oh, true. Bunches of silent E's and Y's.
Kaya. And the capital obviously being Erleshire. Excuse me, dinos. So let me see if I can pull it up here. The little town thingy directly, not directly, we're kind of southwest of Erleshire. That's where you are right now. You see it? See it? The one building thing?
I
Little
see.
town. Small city, actually. Town, small city, something like that. There you go. That's where you are. So, 5 days of travel ahead of you. Anything that you guys want to do over that time? Any conversations you wish to have? Magic items you wish to attune to or do anything with? Now would definitely be a good time to handle that kind of thing. Otherwise, the travel there is relatively peaceful, at least in the beginning stages of it, and the landscape is quite nice. It's very flat. Occasionally, you get to points of gently rolling hills. Sometimes in the distance, you can see some a bit steeper than others, but nothing too crazy. And as you're coming along the road, there's never a point where you're like out of view of some semblance of civilization, whether it be farmsteads or like very small villages that you can see on some offshoots of roads that connect to the main one here. But between Kayet and Erleshire, there's just almost non-stop places where people have settled down here. It seems like it's a pretty reliable place to live. You got the safety of the capital right there, and the land itself seems pretty good.
So, at some point, Elborn would want to talk to Durand.
Okay. Please do.
Why did you follow me?
Follow you. What do you mean? When? The many times.
Well, I mean, when I was just really mad at the dragon.
Well, I think you put it pretty well yourself. You were really mad at a dragon. I think that warrants following.
You think so?
I admit, a bit concerning. Yes, of course. I don't know if I was helping or hindering, but if something went wrong, I guess I just wanted to be there.
I don't know how to. I mean, we were on the back of a dragon that was rolling around trying to throw us off, and I did a very crazy thing.
Oh, I'm sure I did something similar once, albeit unconscious.
With that gate in Korvat's place there, that was pretty crazy.
I was thinking about how I got here. But yes,
Oh, right.
yeah, I came here on a dragon,
Whatever.
and albeit unconscious.
So, what if he does want to attack dragons? What do we do? How do we stop that? I don't feel like. I mean, are you all organized? Like this is organized? You know, like with a guy at the whatever the emperor.
Oh, yeah. At home? No. Our clans are all separate and not like this. For ourselves, manage for ourselves, we do everything ourselves. It's something we took a lot of pride into. It's our clans and our clans alone.
So it would be kind of weird if. I mean,
Yes, if the Emperor plans to hold all of Draconia?
See.
Draconia. All of Draconia responsible for this, it wouldn't make any sense.
right, so we have to do what we can to not have that be the case. You know, right?
Yeah, I'll say my piece if that's what he actually believes. But I mean, even still, they'll probably want to pin it on somebody, and it could be a similar situation for the elves. So I'm not sure anything about them.
Me either. But I can't imagine that this is how they would. Well, I mean, I do know little because, Shift told me some things, but the Drow are not. Not, I don't think, with the elves. Like, they're two separate. One was. I don't know. They were fighting a war against the Drow at one point.
Elves and the Drow were against each other?
Yeah. I think her name was Love or something. Was their queen or their, I don't know, something important, maybe more than that. But yeah, they were trying to drive them back and they couldn't. They weren't winning. And it wasn't until the people of Ishtar showed up and helped them that the Drow were driven back.
I think
Did I get it right?
that's the same queen we saw that got them out of there.
I don't think. I don't know, actually. Maybe. But that seems really risky for like a queen or a big important person to come to like the capital. Not the capital, but like whatever Vasselholm is to this place, because it's well defended and well guarded, and who knows what could go wrong. Like if we had known what was happening a little sooner, maybe they wouldn't have just been able to vanish.
Maybe not. I'm not looking back on what happened. I can't imagine why he was with the Dragonborn as well. Is it related in some form or way to something that happened back home? I can't think about it. Probably just sour the mood.
But anyway, I'm glad that you're okay. And I was really very, very scared that maybe my plan was just not a good plan. I mean, maybe it wasn't a good plan.
I think it worked out very well.
I just couldn't watch it burn everything and everyone.
I think we saved a lot of people. Burning our skin. If that's what it takes to save people, I'm no stranger to that.
Eldor is just going to kind of crash into Drone's side and hug him.
Crash.
Yeah, Magia.
Sudden.
Yeah, not like, like super premeditated and like, oh, this is something that we do all the time. It's like, she's like, I don't know what to do about it. I'm just going to, and then smack. So, whatever words you would do to describe that.
No. Well, exactly like that.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do? You guys happy with your magic items? You guys happy with your... I don't know. Your
Oh.
pets?
Right, let me. I'm going to fish around in my backpack for a moment, carefully around Valfir, and get out the serpent thingy that we got.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go bug air.
Cool. Be prepared to be bugged. All right.
Preparing. I don't know if you can prepare, but yeah.
Era!
Surprise attack bug.
What is it, Elevorn?
I have this thing, and like I studied it a little while, and I thought maybe you might like it. I don't know. I mean, if you don't want to use it, I could use it. But are you like riding a horse, or what are you doing? Are you just walking?
Oh,
Be in a horse or in like one of the carriages. Not in a horse.
whatever
Walking
requires the
or
least
being
effort. So,
in a carriage. Not riding a horse. The horses are all hitched up.
wow. So now I can't ride a horse. I can't believe
No,
this.
you can't ride a horse. You can summon a phantom steed and ride that if you want, but no.
Oh my
you
god!
can't.
Finally. No, that's okay. I'll be in a carriage, away from the sun.
So Elevon's walking beside the carriage.
Yeah. So then I'm like holding
Kind of
it
like
up,
just open the window up and...
and I'm like holding it up as high as I can, like this thing, and it does stuff like it changes what kind of spells you're casting. Well, not it doesn't unless you don't want it to.
No, no, I didn't say that. You meant what did it do exactly?
It can cause your spells to be a different type. Specifically, I think poison.
I'm gonna poke my head out the window if I can, or at least try to, so I can get a closer inspection of what she's holding.
So it's kind of hard to get a close inspection. You are kind of jostling along, and Elevorn is kind of having to keep pace and hold it up. So, but you see that she is holding up. It appears to be a smooth stone, almost like a marble, but a large marble, about the size of an eyeball, with a serpentine eye. It's a combination of crystal, glass, and amber that kind of stares out with an unsettling focus.
I mean, it would be something useful, but are you sure you want to give it to me? You could also use it yourself.
I'm gonna like point to like my necklace and like I have this thing and I got my bow and I have claws somewhere in here. So, I mean, I could use this instead, but it might be helpful. I mean, you have a lot of fire, and fire is good, but sometimes, like, it doesn't work well against certain things. It seems like
red dragons.
Fiery red dragons.
Duran's voice is from behind the carriage as he's following you guys.
Yeah, I think it will be more beneficial. If you don't mind, I suppose, and I'm gonna stick my hand out the window.
I'm going to try to give it to her if I can reach.
Sure. It's kind of awkward, but you guys make the exchange of goods, and during the trip era, you can focus on it not attuning to it if you don't want to, but getting the full extent and understanding of its properties. So, I believe that you had the Serpent's Eye doc, right?
It's somewhere in here in Discord.
Let me just share it again.
Yeah, yeah, please, please.
It's okay. Just share it again. Just share it again.
Like out of character, it like restores a like 3rd level spell slot and stuff.
Ah,
So
excellent.
it's pretty cool.
It's a stronger Pearl of Power. Pearl of Power Plus. Hello, anonymous dinosaur. So that's the Serpent's Eye.
I do have an out of character question because I'm not too familiar. As far as attunement goes, what is there a limit of how many attunements one can have? 3. Oh,
Three.
Trey. How many? Interesting.
So, are you at 2 or 3 right now, Era?
Oh, I believe I'm at 3 because I have the glyph carver, the iron stone of mastery, and the ring of protection.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would
might
have
look
to.
over.
Hey! That is like a state. Nah, you're probably right.
Well, you still have the item. You don't have to be attuned to it.
Get rid of.
It is a piece of shit.
Fine.
Dune sitting over there. What is Dune saying?
Right?
What happened
Get
the last
away,
time you
Dune.
unattuned to something that had sentimental value to your character?
Well, it's not like attunement is gonna keep it from it being, I don't know, fucking stolen when it's sitting in your backpack.
That's true, I suppose.
I think I've used glyph carver the most out of all of my attuned items.
When's the last time you used glyph carver?
No,
Like-
you have not.
Have I not?
Your other ones are just passive effects. You use
I'm
those
thinking
every
of my
time
attributes.
you
You're
roll.
absolutely right. Very well. It's been decided.
I don't know what nonsense you're speaking. Loading up on passives like you're a paladin or something. Could work with D&D or WoW, I suppose.
Can we do a full party of paladins?
I want to do like a full party of mages. I want to do 3 mages and like 2 healers, and that's it. Full party of paladins. They can do anything. They can tank, DPS, or heal, so why not? Anyways. So. You're swapping out Glyph Carver for the Serpent's Eye?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you take an hour to do that. Now, once you attune to it, you understand its properties and how the magic of it works, how to incorporate the magic of this Yuan Ti relic into the casting of your spells to change a little bit of the sequencing of your casting of spells to make the damage poison instead of whatever its normal damage would be. So you can now cast Poison Ball and Poison Strike and Burning Poison Hands.
Thank you, Lord.
So we
Wall
don't.
of Poison.
Why?
Fire? No, poison.
Nah, poison.
Duen can't be in charge of naming cool things.
Poison storm. Why not?
Did you hear yourself just now?
Serpent's Eye is pretty cool. One of its the serpents and the ability of Serpent's Eye is Serpent's Ire. Like, come on.
I'll bet you it takes forever for you to figure out these cool names for these items. Because on the fly, it just ain't it, brother.
He's
It's
just
also
naming spells and replacing like a
yeah,
ball
you just
of
replace the
fire
fire
with a ball of poison.
poison instead of fireball is poison ball. Like, yeah, fireball. That's a super cool creative name for a ball of
It's a pretty
fire,
cool
isn't it?
name, yeah.
Fuck off.
Alright, guys, we're sitting in a room. We're figuring out what to name this spell. It's a ball, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
A
I
fire.
gotcha. Okay. Oh, this is a tough one. Alright, hear me out. Hear me out. Ball of fire.
What?
No.
No.
Flaming.
How
sphere.
about flaming sphere? Table that one. That's good. We'll circle around to that one later. Jeez. But no, mine aren't cool. All right, whatever. I could have been on that board.
No, because then you just call fire Fyre.
Fear bull.
Beer bowl.
Furbolg. What? It's a race now. You cast a race. Erase. That should be a spell, like an eraser. Disintegrate. Anyways, continuing, please. So, first day of travel ends. The horses are fed, watered, hitched up as you guys spend the night in a small village. The local bar, tavern area, not really, one that's equipped for large amounts of people to stay, but it can accommodate you all. Your presence does get quite a bit of attention. It does seem to be a sort of rare occasion that not just travelers, wanderers, but you're a colorful cast of people. Who knows when the last time the people here have even traveled to the capital, or if they even have in their lives. Probably a lot of these villagers here have spent most, if not all, of their lives here. So seeing, an elf, a tiefling, a dragonborn, another dragonborn is quite the spectacle. And as you guys are sort of getting cozy, enjoying some of the maybe slightly watered down ale just after a day of travel, some of the guards that were sort of escorting the caravan just, ask about and after the stories and the rumors about what happened in Vasselholm and the Red Dragon and the southern provinces and all of that stuff, seemingly just genuinely curious. Whether or not you wish to answer and entertain their curiosity is up to you.
With prestidigitation. So like there's visual aids and everything as I'm telling them the story.
Just like a slideshow more than a...
This could be like the defining moment of when the campfire picture comes in. On the other side, it's a bunch of people that Durand is talking to, and Elevon is sitting there prestidigitating stuff while Aira's in a book.
You need to upgrade. You need to learn like a minor illusion or something that you can make move around and animate. Because right now you just have very kind of small stills, like you're looking through one of those kids things from the 90s or
So,
before.
When they get a little stronger, maybe?
Maybe, I don't know. Like, what is prestidigitation your, like, Gias power? As you use it over and over, it eventually gets stronger till you can make, like, real-life illusions? the size of buildings.
No, I meant like I don't know when I get another like I can take a feat or something.
Oh no! Don't waste a feat on minor illusion.
It's not a waste. It's important.
Alright. So wait, is Duran the one telling the story? With
Yes, of
Elevorn
course.
just bing bong.
Bing bong.
Alright. You just telling it boringly, or are you trying to be an exciting storyteller? Or are you just like,
Hell
these
no,
are the
I'm telling
facts
you
of what
exactly how it happened.
Okay. So, with Elevorn adding the little images, Durand going through the story of exactly how it happened, occasionally Elevorn chiming in and embellishing with her own recounts of that moment in the story. Everyone is encapsulated. You even attract a little bit more of a few others, locals, to come and hear out and witness hear the story and witness the images that Elevorn is producing with her little magics. Everyone thoroughly wowed, impressed. You get bombarded with, questions, and so you faced it. You went right up to it, faced down the dragon, looked into its eyes, and you're here still. That is, well, that is insane. Have you ever done that before? Are you a? Is this something you do often? Do you fight dragons?
Well, this would have been my first. Yes, this is my first time. It's not something normal, but when the city's under attack and people are getting attacked, you gotta step in. You can't just sit around.
And you said that thing. It's still here, still in the Empire. It could be up this way. Do you think? All the way from the southern provinces in that amount of time? No, certainly not. But what if it's heading this way? I mean, you don't know where it is, do you?
Hmm. I don't think we've gotten any word yet on where it's gone, but yeah, it did fly up here. It could have turned and went towards the ocean. Maybe.
There are a lot of people out looking for it. I'm sure we'll hear soon. It isn't something that we're being idle about.
Well, I suppose I'll throw in a prayer for those people, and hope that this thing is gone as you say it might be. And Durand, you get motioned as you kind of glance around the room. You can see off on his own, not partaking in any drinks or anything, is Duke Sterling, and he just kind of gives you a little motion and steps outside.
I'll follow him.
Alright. As you get out and he walks a bit of a ways away, kind of motions his personal bodyguard of a couple of guys to give you guys a little space. It is my mistake that I neglected to bring this up with you, however. It does not go without saying, which is why I'm telling you now. The events that we witnessed in Vasselholm, with regard to the Dragonborn and the Drow specifically, we cannot risk spreading panic, fear among the populace. If the people believe that our homeland is under attack, it could cause undue panic. And that information should not be spread round, not until we know how we're going to attack it.
I suppose that is right. Could the information can fall into the wrong hands, then they can get ready. I suppose that's right.
It's not only a matter of, well, it's to keep the peace. If the populace knew exactly what happened, if word of that got out and began to spread, certainly there would begin to be a cry for some action, retaliation, answers from the capital with regard to these two groups. As long as we can stifle that, perhaps we can find an outcome that does not include so much bloodshed.
Okay. I've trusted you every time before, and it's never led to anything wrong. I think you're right. Trust you with this.
Very good. I will, in turn, then trust you to monitor and ensure that the others of your party do not spread this information around where it need not belong. Speaking of your party, by the way, just a little point of note on how you shall be introduced to His Majesty. What, I believe you are the Stones, correct? Or has that changed since we last discussed it?
I feel like nowadays it's a bit in poor taste. I don't think anyone's actually landed on anything in particular. Some ideas here and there.
Very well. So, I suppose unless you come to me before we reach the capital city, then you shall simply be introduced individually.
Well, but why not just Eden then? That's first letter of everyone's name.
Alright. If that works for you and the others, then so be it. Eden. I don't have anything else. I'm going to find a place to retire for the evening that's maybe a bit less rowdy. And you can sort of hear the loud yelling and storytelling laughter coming from the tavern you had just left.
Not used to this kind of life, huh?
It has been a while. Good.
You go, do you.
And he walks away. The bodyguards of his sort of reconverge at a closer distance, keeping their eyes out, and you head back to the others. Is there anything you guys wish to do prior to Sleepy Boobies? So, rest time?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. So, you guys get a night's rest. Next morning, you either wake up or are woken up by other members of your entourage that are beginning to head out yet again, and as you continue to head northward towards Erlashire. The further you go, the more well-maintained, well-kept the roads themselves are. Nimue will be right back. and as well the more traffic that you see heading towards and away from the capital itself. During a lot of the travel, Sven has kind of been a bit to himself, mostly entertaining conversation when it comes his way, but never really being the one to approach someone with conversation. Most part, riding in the back of one of the carriages, just kind of staring out over the landscape. The Duke himself is going over reports, paperwork, stuff of that nature that he had brought from Vasselholm in the back of his carriage. The rest of you are doing, whatever it is the rest of you are doing. Daron, I don't know, deadlifting horses, Ella1 chasing down. Era probably making notes on the color of the grass. Nedadion planning how she's gonna rob the Capitol Palace. Whatever you guys are doing.
Gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Just steal the
Yes.
Did she even get that movie in Finland? Why would she have that movie in Finland?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't we have it in Finland?
Because you don't have an American Declaration of Independence in Finland.
Yeah, but why couldn't
What
we
does
have
it
a
mean to
movie?
you?
It's just a movie.
That's very racist of you, then.
No, it's very racist of anybody that's not an American to have that movie in their country.
We're not different race, even. We're all the same race, you fools.
What are you talking about? I'm not Finnish.
Yeah, I'm not a fish.
I didn't say fish, but I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Explain how we're the same. We're all the same race. We're all the same species. We're all humans.
I'm not getting into this conversation now.
I really don't understand.
Yeah, we're just trolling. I'm just trolling.
I'm not trolling. I don't understand.
You're not trolling. You're trolling.
She said we're all the same race. I don't get it. I am not the same race as Dune.
There we are.
I really feel like I'm missing some.
Look, man, when you get down to it,
movement that I should know about if I was on social media more, but I'm not.
we all bleed red. Black, rather. Actually, it's black before it comes out.
No, it's not.
I thought it was blue.
Isn't it? Isn't it black before it comes out?
I don't think
No,
it's
it's
black.
Or blue?
red.
No. You're right. Isn't it blue on the inside? I think it's blue on the inside.
I don't know.
It comes out just red.
It comes out red.
It comes.
Red on the
Doesn't it
inside.
come out red because of it's exposed to the
No, it is not. It's red
It's
on the
just
inside
red.
and red on the outside. Think, when you get blood drawn, the needle itself, there's no oxygen in the needle that you're getting
Yeah,
your blood drawn
it's
from.
just red. We're all
It's
red
just red.
inside.
Then why are my
Blue blood.
veins blue when I see them?
right
Because
exactly.
of the skin.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. We didn't have any conversation at all.
Other than personal ones about blood and stuff.
Okay. So. If you guys want, we can time skip the next 4 days of travel to the capital. But if there's something that you guys want to do along the road, now's the time for you to do it. Anything that you guys are working on, want to have a conversation about, want to do, now's the time to do it.
I would probably just be playing with Valfir, training and stuff. Whatever I could do. And also, maybe taking some time to see if there's any plant life that I haven't seen before.
Okay. Go ahead and make an animal handling check for Valfir.
That's an 18 total.
Okay, so you're like kind of playing with and training Valfir to the point where you can leave him unharnessed for maybe about half a minute before he gets distracted by something and runs off. Otherwise, he stays by your side. So he's like, okay, I'll walk with you, but it seems like he forgets rather quickly that he's supposed to be walking with you and gets distracted by something and starts to run off. As for plant life, there's nothing that is out of the ordinary. There may be some weeds or wildflowers that are obviously more local to this area of the country than the southern provinces, but you're not going to find any exotic rare plants with strange properties along the roadside.
I didn't think so, but I figured I'd be looking around anyway.
Sure. You notice like, oh, that's a different shape and color of flower than I'm used to. That's pretty cool. But nothing really beyond that. Durand, Neredian, Era.
Probably just playing with my Tresem.
Okay. You working on... I don't know if you could... Can you train cats?
Yes.
Sure, make an animal handling check.
Yeah, you can train cats.
To do what?
I do a lot of things, actually.
Yeah, they're very impressive if you train them well. So, very smart.
Can they
They're
fetch?
just... Yeah, they can. That's
Will they
11.
sit if you tell them to sit?
Yes,
Weird.
11.
11. Alright. So, it's a bit more difficult with the Tressum, because the Tressum does...
True to nature of cats.
It's in the nature of cats to be difficult, and you're dealing with the, lack of vision in this particular Tressum as well. Although it has adapted as it's grown and is able to function as well as it can naturally, just going about trying, even understanding how to try to teach and train this thing with its impaired vision is a difficult task. But it definitely seems attached and familiar with you. To the point where it starts to not really enjoy when you're too far away. It kind of, due to its lack of vision, you're its safe space, essentially. It knows that it's okay when you're there. So that may be a hurdle to overcome eventually, but, the bond is at least forming. Durand, Era, do you want to train Durand in any way, or?
Woof. Bark, bark.
He was a dog in Worthy, that is true.
We don't talk about Worthy, though.
That wasn't your favorite arc? I thought it was. I'll take that as a no then.
To really train him as a dog?
No,
It's not gonna
no,
work.
to do anything really, not to train him as a dog. To do stuff.
Not at the moment that I can think of.
Okay. Eventually, just start copying a second and a third spell book. Have
That's not
backups
free.
for back-
Hold up.
That's not free.
Wait, I mean, if it's free,
Hold on.
not-
Theoretically, though. Theoretically, if I
Theoretically.
were to do that, how expensive we're talking?
It's in the books. It's in the books. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
a multiplier for it costs a certain amount per level of the spell, basically. A certain amount of money and time based on the level of the spell. So you might have a truncated, like, only Era's greatest hits version of a spell book if you're doing
That's great.
Maybe you can make like little like pocket-sized books like that you have. Okay, this has only it has fireball and fly, and that's it, and just put those in the index cards.
the
spell index
essentials.
cards.
can we get the Kids Bob version too?
the Kids Bob version? What is that?
I don't know. Era's Kids Bob spellbook.
Why does it have to be
What?
Kids
The
Bob?
fireball is just really hot air. You know, it's like
Oh, yeah. The fireball is I
Like-
don't know, warm fuzzy ball like.
That's what I got out of Kids out of Greatest Hits. I thought it was a reference to music.
Yeah, but it's weird that you synonymize greatest hits with Kids Bop.
The kids.
I mean,
yeah,
it's
because
a
Kids
thing
Oh, I
that
love those
exists.
Kids Bop
Greatest hits.
albums.
Haven't you
What's
like?
your favorite genre of music? Kids Bop, definitely.
What about like those really old like?
Now that's what I call music. 94.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. That's another thing I was thinking of.
Now that's what I call magic.
You know what?
Anyways,
Can you
I do
get
have
the
something
children's
now,
book?
if it's okay.
what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to inquire who has the most money out of all of you, first of all.
Don't worry about it.
Just curious.
Just asking. Hey,
I'm
yo,
asking.
who's rich?
Oh god.
What did we learn about dragons? Or what did we claim to know of dragons?
Oh. What?
Oh,
orders.
that's right.
Relax. There's no
Mhm.
way.
It's all making sense now.
Okay, look, I also explained that Dragonborns are not exactly like dragons. Right? I said that.
Are exactly not like dragons, but not that they're not like dragons. I don't know. It's a little
That
suspicious.
being said, I do have a treasure hoard.
And we've also established that you are both old and young at the same time.
Well, I have a proposal. If, in fact, they are going to ask us for help in some form of way, I really need to figure out how to make more money, honestly. Looking at my, still heavy, but not as heavy as I'd like it to be coin purse.
Heavy only because it's Era that's holding it.
Gasp. How dare you?
Look, if you want to make money, I'm sure there's some way the capital make money. Or I mean, if you need anything, you can ask me. I can get you whatever you want. I don't care.
Whatever you want. Wow.
Wow.
To a certain extent. To a certain extent.
I just would like to be a bit more self-reliant is the best way to approach it. But I don't necessarily get paid by the Phoenix Academy either. Not that they should, they do a lot for me. I will not complain about all the items that needs to be required in order to use my spells. Anyways, I digress. I would like to figure out a more stable way to make income without doing much work. Is that possible? I'm sure it is.
That's the.
Can I
could do
get that
something-
in? I really need to figure out a way to make money without doing much work. Era 2022.
I meant physical
I sympathize.
activities.
Zen sympathizes with Era. Like, I agree. Same Era, same fictional character. Like, yes.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Era's about to get Era to do chores for money.
Yeah, that's Neri's shtick, right?
I'm there are ways to get money quite easily in a sense sometimes, but they might not be legal.
Don't do anything that can get me expelled from the academy.
I mean, if you don't get caught, you don't get expelled.
I suppose you're right, but I always feel like I'm being tracked in some sort of way, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit paranoid too.
Well, if you are ever interested in, well, would, come to.
Interested in illegal activities? I don't think so. I will say that Era's tail is kind of like excited at the same time, though she's trying to hide it. Her excitement. So like I would say her tail would move.
You can't sell yourself short either. You did come up with and got away with Lucifer.
Well, clearly I did not get away with it, considering everybody seems to know about Musa. Except for the farmer, right? He doesn't know that I had anything to do with that by any chance, does he?
I didn't tell him.
Humorous.
Well, Gonzi, if you want some legal ways, I don't know if you could make some scrolls or something. I don't know how much money you could make with those and how much effort that would make, but that could be one option, I think.
Well, it's kind of... I was thinking more of maybe appraisal of certain items, whether it's a magical item or maybe something like jeweler. I have a bit of experience in it, but not too much. Just, yes, a family thing, really.
Well, being a jeweler isn't a bad thing, definitely, at all.
Yes, with all the jewels that I currently possess, but I will not let that stop me. That actually gave me some thought.
That's right. I had to just go through the memory a bit to remember what the whole family thing was, but yeah, okay.
We should just made it up.
No,
You're fucking it up.
She didn't make it up.
No, I didn't make it up.
Could I, walk up and tug on Era's arm a little, having overheard all this? Like, I want to whisper into her ear. I have an idea for how to make money.
Is it illegal? Is that why you're whispering?
No, but listen, okay? It's good. You could sell Duen the sending spell for her ring, so she could talk to Isaiah.
That's...
What if you need money? And then just kind of hand her my pouch.
No, I don't actively need money right now. I just don't want to put myself in a position where I need more money. Well, I don't know, maybe that's a good idea. I might try that later.
Selling Neridion sending spells.
What's worse, stealing or taking advantage of your friends in need?
Sponsor.
It's not taking advantage. She's the only one who
I'm
can
selling
make-
a service like only I can do
Selling
to
a
provide. Sorry. I'm in a way helping, not taking advantage. You see, if she had got nothing out of it, that would be taking advantage.
And with all of these possible business ventures in the future for Era, Neridion, and the others, let's go ahead and take a break. Okay,
All buttons are pressed.
Alright, welcome back. Hope everyone had a nice break. So, you guys were just discussing various ways for Era to maybe get a little bit of capital, just in case. Was there anything else you guys wanted to discuss before you guys get to the capital? Anything to tell the group, Dura?
I know what you mean.
Well, if everybody is around somewhere, probably just be like, the closer we get to this place, the more uneasy I am.
Oh, you go ahead.
Uneasy? What do you mean? How? Why?
What if it's not a good reason that we're being so?
Well, well, I think we've only ever done good so far, for the most part. I hope. So, why wouldn't we be called good? Well, Sven is with us too.
Yeah, and he was there for all of the, good that we've been I don't think we've done bad things. I think it isn't always people who are in charge of stuff see things.
Considering that, the things that we have done, sure, even if it was like that, he doesn't think that it's been good that we have been doing. It probably isn't that, because, like you said, we have Sven here, but there have been so many other people with us doing those things, and they aren't here. So whatever this whole thing is about probably isn't, bad, considering at least towards us or something, but it's not necessarily good either. It's just, considering about the dragon or whatever the attack in general was or something. But I don't think we need to worry too much about us, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, they think that they're going to try to. I mean, at the end of the day, we're the ones that say, what we're going to do. And if they want us to do something that we don't agree with, there's no reason for us to listen to them about it.
but I mean, I haven't really been out there, but isn't that really how all cities and towns and whatnot other places have come to, that they just, for some reason, they grow, reason being whatever, but still they grow and they become more, you know, prominent in some ways? What are you, or what are you trying? I don't fully understand.
Well, Carl just said that we wouldn't have to do what they said, but I mean,
Well, I mean, if we don't listen to what they say, there's no reason for them to attack him. What?
to get us to do what they want us to do. 'Cause I mean, this is all we don't really understand how it works. So it's basically, when we came here, there was nothing at stake, and he could not make us do anything because we had nothing to lose, and now we have stuff to lose because we have him.
Well, if it comes to something like that, then we could always agree and not do exactly what they say. I mean, we have a lot of control here. At least in our own actions.
It would be pretty odd of them to threaten to do something to Ambivale if we don't do what they say, but I'm not saying it's not a possibility, of course, there's always a possibility for everything, but it's just weird, but I don't know, I wish they would tell us more, but
I'm sorry. I need a second. Well, I don't think there's. I don't think we should worry until we get there. Anyways, there's no point in overthinking it. But as for our choices, Durham, we barely have control of that. But we never really expect what gets thrown at us. At least, listen, I can ramble all day, but I would just like to get there.
Next time, there's day after day closer to the capital city of the Shire until it begins to come into view. As you crest over the top of a relatively small hill, looking down what you can see off in the distance, maybe many miles away, was what appears to be a large body of water, a lake of some kind, but the main focus right in front of you, where the snaking, bending, winding road leads you, roads and houses, buildings, and everything that are within the walls are all within these concentric rings with a inner walled palace sat in the middle, maybe taking up in total about, you can imagine the size of the marble crozier in its entirety, the space that it takes up. This is what you guys see, and eventually that falls out of view as you continue along the road down the hill. Still, perhaps a few hours away from the city. dozen on each side, Imperial guards that are walking with you, escorting you towards the palace area. As you approach the castle doors themselves, who is there? State your business. Cele, a vassal home in the southern provinces. We have been summoned by His Majesty for an audience. Very well, shall wait here. And he heads back in. Guards who were flanking you as they come in and essentially are going to de-weapon you.
Oh no.
Oh no! Like,
Remember, once upon a time where it could just be not de-weaponed.
The one positive about Eldritch Knight.
Literally the only.
sure. Yeah, I'll give incendiary edge.
Okay, yeah, cool. Nice.
And your spell.
Oh.
What?
Can I just stay out here with
don't like it any more than you do, sure, but looking at this place, pretty well guarded.
Intentionally be designed to be confusing and easily defendable to those that understand it, but you find yourself walking into like a secondary courtyard, and if you had been trying to keep track of each turn and each whereabout, each corridor that you had passed through, it would be extremely difficult, and many of you find yourselves
aggressive about it, even though still trying to be chill about it. But Meridiana is also trying to be just like be calm, because this is a big deal, kinda. Trying to be calm, just not showing it not so well though, I guess.
Arrow would be stiff, maybe rigid, kind of has a very stern face, panicking in her head, but all the more dumb.
Rhonda's fine.
Afterwards, it's like Horatio Sterling, Vasselholm, Stepanet suspended with the platinum pages, and group known as Eden. He stands to the side, and you can see standing at the base of a few stairs that lead up to a raised platform that contains a throne is a man standing about 5 feet 9 inches tall. Just sort of directly in the center of this chamber. The rug itself is probably one of the most opulent things in the room. The room itself is surprisingly less gaudy, less opulent than you would have expected, especially seeing the rest of the palace. This place that inside, the temperature itself is immediately noticeable. bows down and squirrel tail.
Well, no, she already has the scroll tail. She's walking up, but she's not aware of it. Because she's just focused on not seeing us. So when she bows, you see her scroll tail.
If it has surprised or taken him aback, it does not show in his face as he gives.
I suppose I'll also try
I'll do a small bow.
Once everyone, I guess I will follow in suit.
Standing there, across from the Emperor, his hands folded neatly in front of him. As he speaks, his eyes meet each of yours. I appreciate answering my summons on such short notice. I'm sure just a few face to face, and while saying this, is not specifically referring many reports, but many things from my governors, from the nobility in the southern provinces over the past year. It's my understanding, my knowledge that there is much that has to thank you for. However, I did not summon you here for a mere matter of extending gratitude. More recent events have begun us down a road which we must traverse carefully. And as once again, it seems you found yourselves taking matters that great So please, what I've heard much about each of you, and I know a good amount of each of you already. I should like to hear, in your own words, your own introductions.
Okay, well, my name is in full Yildirim Vaktok Durant, and I'm originally from Draconia, but I found the southern provinces of this empire to be my home for the most part.
What is your reaction? How do you feel about the events that have recently transpired in Vassal? Surely, some of those men and women that came here were from your home, came here as you did, certain for vastly different reasons. Do you feel kinship to them?
Don't know any of them personally because none of them were from my clan. Well, I remember one of them, but not for anything. Not a clan's enemy. So, I guess you could say everyone there was the same field in a sense. An enemy.
So we have
I have to be honest. Yes. Personally, I don't know what they might have against the Empire, but what he's done to me, he deserves to pay for it.
I understand. He wants to investigate his eyes. Let's go to the two of you, Median and Aaron.
I'm called, or rather, my name is Arabelle, and I come from the Phoenix Academy. I've had the pleasure of meeting these folks and have been able to journey along the way with them. Always in pursuit of knowledge and protecting that asset and hoping to benefit others as well, I guess.
I am Meridian Walrace, and well, I'm from Prosper. There isn't a lot about me.
The matter that I wish discuss with you to gain your personal insight and input on is specifically dealing with the issues that have arisen that night a few days ago in Barcelona. To see perhaps what you have faced in your short time here in the Empire East, fighting for Brushburn, named Brushburn. I myself was curious as to whether you had an opinion. What I say here is not beyond these walls. To our north, in Jesuit, no doubt is where these drow have come out of their holes, come into our island to start trouble, to spill the blood of my citizens. However, the government of the High Elves that reside over Jesuit certainly would not allow constituents, your soldiers to cross into the difficult at times to negotiate. They are reclusive when it comes to dealing with us, and for many generations that has worked out just fine for either side. However, now, if we need to get back, something needs to change in the relationship with the High Councilors. Otherwise, peace likewise with the Draconian invaders, whether or not they make up a majority or a small constituent, sending resources across the seas. For you and the allies that you have surrounded yourselves with and brought up and found in your time here have proven resourceful, capable. Situations, these problems, a small group, resourceful, capable individuals seems to fit exactly what we would allow the majority of
some context to what was going on?
As far as who these groups are beyond Drow and Dragonborn,
What about who made off with the item? Thank you.
as far as any first-hand accounts of orcs go, it's to me
True. Our friend from the remote collectivist people believed that is the most important thing that needs to be recovered, and the only thing I believe in this situation needs to be prioritized. Apparently, it is the potential of whatever that can do in the wrong hands is catastrophic. And I can only assume either Dragonborn or the Drow are the wrong hands in this.
I was just thinking, so that I did see and the Dragonborn facing off against each other and shortly, I think last time because the Drow,
guards, Imperial guards, as yourselves have been closing in on them, and if they were as Draconians, then perhaps retreat was a smart option, regardless of what they had. All I am saying is there is not a certain answer
focus on. Have we heard anything regarding any new sightings? Anything regarding... surely we've found or imprisoned a couple of them for interrogation. No? From Vassal? Have we really not heard anything since then?
Nothing. Extrapolate to figure out on that. Seems like the soldier individuals that were able to apprehend had no grasp on the grander plans which they were following.
That makes sense with what a lot of the Dragonborn were saying in the Collective. Is there a way? Because right now everything's uncertain, but we don't want to. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I said jump the gun, but kind of still. So I was thinking how stupid jump the crossbow sounds.
I think that's
We don't want to jump to any conclusions, but is there a way that we can peacefully arrange some sort of meeting with people in power in both of these lands?
You have had relations and discussions with both the High Council of Java and the Diarchy of Draconia. At least, kind of looks between the land and Turpin. At least the allies that we have there, which predominantly are metallic world society. Majesty. That's not been officialized yet, and I'm embarrassed to say that Anne does not even know of it. Oh. Well then, you should, after we are done here, take care of that, and I shall receive your oath again after it is done, Durand.
Something?
What?
I'm confused.
Oh yeah, you should be. Svenkrit has come to you a few times saying that he wanted to tell you something, and it's always been pushed back.
Oh. 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 Wow, this couldn't be talked in the last 5 days?
Could have been. Maybe. Didn't ask.
Oh my.
Svenkrit speaks up. I apologize, Majesty. It was an error on my part. See, recently, age has taken the scale bearer, or the former scale bearer of the Aegis. Our looks to Durand and then like the others as well to inform them. Our religious leader of the Aegis, pretty much. And as such, I have stepped into his place. But in doing so, what?
No, go ahead.
But in doing so, I have also left a void for the fang and claw of the Aegis, for its most spirited and skilled warrior. This he's saying, looking at you, Durand.
And that involves me?
It is meant to be you. You step into this position, and against the enemies of Order, the enemies of Bahamut, the Aegis shall follow you as they follow you towards our enemies. They follow me towards the Platinum Dragon and his grace. Such is the nature of the Scale Bearer and Fang and Claw. This is neither time nor place, however. Should you accept, we will need to make it official. There are ceremonial rites involved. The Emperor speaks up. I was previously speaking under the assumption that this matter had already been attended to. Svenkrit. To trust the word and oaths of the two of you, I will need this ceremony, this passing, to be completed. Otherwise, I cannot place my confidence. And as he's sort of holding his hands together, you notice on one of his fingers, Durand, is a silver ring with sort of like a stamped, engraved imprint of the seal of Bahamut.
Okay, then the then I guess
Well, I believe that is all there is to discuss for the time being. Request an audience when it is time. Once you have completed your tasks, once you have completed the ceremony, and you stand before me as Scale Bearer and Fang and Claw, we shall delineate the details at that time. Whether you wish to do this before or after you deal with the dragon menace, that I shall leave up to you. Svankrid. What?
no, I was just saying. Okay,
Okay. Svankrid and the Duke nod, bows, and they take a few steps backwards while still facing the Emperor before turning and heading out as the doors have been opened and the light from outside floods in, making the room just a little bit brighter. A little bit warmer.
I'll follow Sven's every move closely, I suppose.
Okay.
Hello will do the same as best she can.
Alright. So you guys exit. And as you do, some of you realize that maybe you were holding your breath a little bit too much in there, but it's somehow easier to breathe once you're outside of that chamber and the doors have closed and you are walking back through the labyrinth-esque courtyards and through ways of the palace. Weird. The Spencer says as you guys exit, you're escorted out onto the grounds outside of the palace where your horses and carriages are waiting for you. You quickly find and come back into possession of your items and weapons that you had been forced to leave behind, and you guys exit out of the inner walls of the palace grounds back into the city of Erleshire, where quickly the Duke and Svenkrit are speaking, and you guys are sort of all together. They're walking, and the Duke is kind of hastily walking. It seems like he's anxious about something. Like, well, I know that you have your thing to do, and I suppose congratulations are in order. However, the His Majesty did offer us a choice on in which order we wish to do things, and I do believe that the obvious option is we return to the provinces now and deal with this dragon.
If I hear that, I'm gonna say, yeah, most definitely. But I think above anything else is if this dragon continues to be a destructive force to the people, it's top priority above all else.
Right now, I mean, it's 5 days back to the academy and their circle. Is there a way that I've seen you all do some pretty crazy things. Is there?
I require a treat.
Alright. So, walking through the city, you see plenty of trees, none of them quite the right size until you get to the, like closer to the outer rings of the city where you find a good sized tree that's not, fenced off part of someone's property.
What if we wanted something that was in somebody's property?
I mean,
We
you've done
are
it
on
before.
a mission from the Emperor. We should be allowed to go into other people's property.
I mean, how many crazy people on the street have used that before, though?
But they don't have Sven or somebody else from the court with them.
Yeah, but Svenkert is not a household name,
Yeah, but still.
but he's shiny. That's true. Regardless, you find a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we want to go?
That's all, I think. Unless we plan on taking the Duke with us to the dragon.
Now that could be fun.
I feel like I would be able to aid much better from Vasselholm.
A little fun, Duke. It's okay. I was joking.
I'm aware. Need to be said on the off chance. But Vasselholm would probably give us the best avenue to acquire the information that we need. All of any information that has been acquired throughout with the council would have funneled back there.
Okay. And Lavorne's squirrel ears kind of twitch a little bit as she approaches the tree and, puts her hand out and begins to cast transport via plants.
Alright. So Squirrel Girl Elavorn goes up and casts the spell. The portal opens in the tree. The bark of the tree cracks as it opens up, and you all make your way through into Vasselholm. Where, following the Duke and you learn essentially over the next few hours that there had been sightings, many sightings, and about 3 days ago was the first time that dragon had actually attacked the place. Alpont. Or at least that was the first time that it was recorded. It seems like it had been going around and messing with farmers' lands and homes that weren't part of these larger towns in the southern provinces. So far, Alpont had been hit, many farmsteads outside of Vasselholm had been hit, and even Crestfield had been hit. Damages minimal, casualties almost none, as the fires were pretty quickly put out. However, the previous day, Alpont had utilized a bit of your strategies. And just out of sheer maybe hope or desperation, as they once again set upon rebuilding parts of their town, accrued some of the funds that had been set aside for this purpose and offered it as tribute to the dragon, who had taken it and decided to leave without much more than some scorched grazing land for sheep and other livestock and whatnot, just as a reminder of its capabilities. Later, Crestfield had followed suit and also avoid a further follow-up attack from the dragon itself. So it seems like the theory on treasure collecting dragons proved to be accurate with regards to this one, at least. Reports coming in, its movements are brash. It seems very confident, let's say, in its ability and strength, and why not? It's a dragon.
As a red dragon does.
As red dragon does. So much so that people have even heard its name, or announces its name. It's very proud of itself, its power, and seems like it's wanting to spread fear or reputation in the southern provinces. But if you don't want to know it, you don't have to.
Oh, what is it?
Oh dear. I come into chat to type in my strange names, and I see a squirrel doing a dance.
Yeah, it's Elevorn telling us to go to the fucking tree.
Go, go, go! So, the dragon's name is Sidna the Ember Spark.
Yeah, and Duran, the rainbow breath.
Yeah, that's not nearly as cool.
You know, I thought CYDNA, and then I'm like, there's something extra in there. I don't know what it is, but there's something extra in there.
There's something in there that doesn't need to be in there.
It's either the S or the C at the beginning.
No, it's Sidna, like a scythe, though.
Oh, I see it.
If it was just a C, you would, say it the same way. Or an S.
What? Enemy. Sidna.
Sidna.
No, it's Sidna. If it's Scythe, if it's like Scythe, it's gotta be Sidna.
Sidna.
You
It's
can't.
Sidna.
I'm gonna call him.
Sidna.
I'm gonna call him
Sidna.
Sidna. I'm
Sidna.
sorry. His
It's
name is
Sidna.
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 It sounds like I'm trying to say Psyduck.
Sidna's not even that bad. I don't know why you think it's that funny.
Would you like fries with that? Side? No.
Sidna. What? That's a stretch.
Side nom. The side of bread. Naan, right? Yeah, naan. Naan is bread.
Naan is bread.
Yeah, side
You're
side
correct.
naan.
Sidna. It's okay. You can be a hater if you want. I don't mind.
Oh no, I like it. I just
No, you don't.
look,
don't
the
need to like
the Ember Spark is a little bit pretentious.
Hello.
We've met this dragon.
Have you met this dragon?
Yeah, and I say we almost killed him.
It's a girl.
Her. You know, I was in the middle
Obviously,
of fighting. Like, how
Sidna
hard
is
am
a
I gonna
girl
tell?
name. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but Sidna is probably a guy.
You
No.
already said that it was kind of a feminine voice.
I
Last
did. That's
session.
why. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's a girl.
Wait, I said it was a
I'm
feminine
not
voice?
contradicting myself.
No, Zen said so.
Yeah. So you should know this, dude.
Look, I was
I was busy
like,
dying at the time.
yeah, I was like, I was in front of his face. Like, I'm not looking at any type of body parts or anything like that, or focusing on tones of voices.
Body parts. What are you talking
Talk
about?
to it.
You've been looking at too much smut.
I spoke to it for like 2 seconds, and actually, like, yeah, like literally 2 seconds. I think I said like 2 words to it, and it said like 5 words back. And it wasn't even at the same time. It was like a minute later, and it decided to talk back to me. It didn't feel like responding to me.
Yeah.
So who's the real hater here, huh?
You.
She's rude. She didn't talk to me.
Why would she talk to you? She was busy killing you. Or at least Era. Anyways, we're done.
Oh, woo!
Wow.
We don't end on a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, my bad. Am I loud? I didn't know that.
So I will have you know, Dune, that just to prove you wrong, that my name is Awesome. I typed in cool dragon names on Google. Just
didn't
so
come
you
up.
know, this is
Shut up, I'm
directly
Googling it.
from cool dragon names on
Hold on.
Google. It's actually so cool. What are you saying?
Dragon names. Yeah.
So you should find www.legit.ng, right? So you know it's legitimate.
www.legit. I don't see. Oh, wait, I see it. Legit.ng. Okay.
I want you to control F. SCY. Cele, and look up a few names. You got Edna, Fiery Red, Cele, Dragon Monster. So Sidna, Fiery Red Dragon Monster. Super cool.
But that would also, it wouldn't be Scylla, it'd be Scylla. So it'd be
Cele
no,
plus
Scylla.
Edna is Sidna.
No. It'd still be saying it like Scythe.
Well, that's you saying it like Scylla. What if it's Cele? What if it's Skyla? What if it's Skyla? Who says how that's pronounced?
The American language
No.
pronunciation system. Damn. Uwe Bami. I want that name. We bum me.
So as you see, I took 2 cool dragon names and made them into 1 super cool dragon name.
Sorry.
What did you just call it?
Elmo,
Yeah, Elmosilla.
Elmosilla,
Elmosilla. Elmosilla. Or helmet dragon monster.
helmet dragon monster. No, because Edna's fiery red. And it's a fire dragon, it's a red dragon.
Why don't you do blazing light, Brenna?
Brenna, blazing light. Because Brenna's like a person's name, okay?
Huh?
And
Brenna.
Edna was like a person's name too, which is why I had to combine it with Cele, which is the dragon monster.
The dragon's
so we
name
get
is just.
Sidna.
The dragon's name is just Jessica the Ember Spark.
Jessica! It's me! Brittany! Fear me! Oh no! It's Brittany! Run, everyone!
Oh my god, real names for dragons. Oh man.
I am an ancient dragon. I have lived for over 1,200 years. I've accumulated a hoard that you can't even dream of. One breath of mine in your direction will reduce you to ash. So stay your distance. Tread lightly should you hear the name. Dog.
Mm. That was great.
That should be the fucking Cobra Dragon's name. Stuck.
No, he has a super cool name too.
Shut up. No, he doesn't.
If
If his name isn't Doug, I don't want to hear it.
It's not. You know his name.
I don't remember his. He's introduced himself to us.
Yeah.
Bartholomew. What the fuck was that name?
It should be fucking Bartholomew.
Is it No, it's
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Bartholomew.
Ah, yes.
Rick Vassal?
Rick Vasil.
Rick Vassal. I feel like I'm being rickrolled. He does rickroll us.
But then
Right.
you got, the dragon one name, you got
Rogueskern.
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 Rogues-
Oh, Rogueskern.
Gurn.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Harper Burn.
It looks like I'm looking at a different language. I can't even comprehend.
It is a different language.
Bueno.
What do you think of
That's
Yildirim
fair.
Braktok? I still have the Draconic
That's
Trend.
easy, though. Compared
Yeah,
to everything else so far, yours is easy.
Of course. I'm a player character.
Yildirim Vaktok Durand. Era.
Eira.
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 Eira. Ira.
Iria. Era. Sorry. Don't mind.
Eavorn.
Eavorn, yeah, if you say it in
Eavorn.
Spanish. Eavorn.
Eavorn. True.
How can...
We didn't even get to play my cool music today. We didn't fight the dragon, guys. Why don't we fight the dragon?
Thought we were gonna fight the dragon? I didn't even talk to
Yeah.
Sven in 5 days.
What are
You thought we were gonna
talking
fight a
about?
dragon.
Yeah, he's right there. Why don't you fight the dragon?
Aw.
Also,
Now we're prepared to fight a dragon.
maybe I
Oh.
need to go back and double check, but I'm almost entirely sure the person that told us that we had to meet with the emperor was Basque.
Maybe.
I thought so.
Oh, I
And
apologize.
then you randomly threw, because I was
Sven,
supposed to
man.
talk to Sven. I told you, you're like, oh, we'll talk to Sven right after. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll talk to him right after we finish talking to Bask,
The
right?
Bask here?
Yeah. And then
You never said that, but sure, whatever. Bask.
no, last session, 100%. I said I wanted to talk to Sven after I finished talking to Bask.
Oh,
But the
that's
session
last
ended.
session. You think I remember what you ended last session with?
Yeah, you got to do the recap.
No,
Would
you
you-
gotta remind me. The recap isn't just me talking at you guys. If I forget something or fuck something up, you guys chime in with like, "Oh yeah, and this happened," or "Didn't it happen this way?" The recap
Oh.
is so we're all on the same page.
I thought I just had brain
I don't
fog.
know. I'm aware.
That's what I thought so too. Me and you were on the
I'm
same
sorry.
page.
That's on me.
I'm
My bad.
I'm poopy dumb brain. I don't remember I was talking to Bask.
No, that's on me. That's my bad. It doesn't change things too horribly.
No,
What
it
were
just
you saying, Max?
I hope you hear that twice.
Okie dokie. Good night, everybody.
Tonight.
Good night.
Night.
Next time we fight a dragon.
Next
Yeah.
time.
Or you guys get to fight a dragon. I never get to fight dragons.